Hey everyone, it's Shelby here. Welcome back to A Little Literary Love. I'm glad you're with me today because I have what I think is, I hope it's a fun video. I've seen a lot of people do these on like Instagram, and I've seen a few videos of people doing this. That is my 5-star predictions. I am not the best about predicting books that I think are going to be 5-star because a lot of times if I think it's going to be a 5-star and then it's not, I get really disappointed in myself and in the book. So I don't do these very often, but I have a list of books here that I honestly like. I will be very surprised if they're not 5-star just based on past reading habits with these authors. So we're going to get right into it. Before we do, please make sure if you like this video that you are hitting that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying really hard to make it to 1K subscribers this year, but I can only do that with the help of you all. So make sure you're subscribing if you like my content and the videos that I put out. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday, so stay tuned because we have lots of stuff going on here. But yes, I have a smallish, maybe, list of books that I honestly think could probably end up being 5 stars. I think I will end up loving these books, mostly because I have already read all of these authors, and historically, I have loved their books. Every once in a while, I get a book that it does not hit the mark, I will say. However, for the most part, I love like all of these authors, and I really think these could be potential 5 stars for me. I just need to get to them and actually read them. So first off is Never Been Worse by Morgan Elizabeth. I actually have an arc of this right now, but I am making this video before I dive into the book. Actually, when I post this video, I think the book has released or will be releasing. So by the time that I post this video, I will probably have read this book. So I will know very quickly if this book is a 5-star. But for now, while I'm filming, I have not read this yet. So Never Been Worse by Morgan Elizabeth. This is the 3rd book of the Evergreen Park series. This one is about our female main character is a fashion designer, but her ex is trying to ruin her reputation and ruin her business, basically. So she has a friend who is a rock star, and he proposes that they get married because this will bring good publicity and more exposure to her design. So it is a marriage of convenience romance. Super excited to get into it. Then, can you believe I still have not read this book? And it was one of my most hyped books of last year, and I still have not read it. And that's Honeycutt by Sierra Simone. I cannot believe I have not read this yet. Sierra Simone's books, I honestly, like, I love her so much that I kind of like hoard her books sometimes, and I refuse to read them because I don't want there to be no more Sierra Simone books out there. I don't know. It's like flawed logic. I realize that, but I have not gotten to this. This is the 2nd book in the Lyonese trilogy. The 3rd book is coming out in September of this year. I just opened an email from Sierra Simone saying that she finished the 1st draft of the 3rd book, and I'm so excited. This is a very messy polyamorous story. It is a Tristan and Isolde retelling with their bodyguard. So, you know, the 2 characters that play like the Tristan and Isolde, they hate each other, but they're also very attracted to each other. There's a lot of like spy espionage stuff going on. Their bodyguard had a fling and is in love with him, but then also was tasked with getting her and Isolde and bringing her to her future husband, and in doing so, he falls in love with her. It's just a mess. And I love it. I love all of the emotions that Sierra Simone weaves. And I think this one is going to hurt so bad. I'm going to cry. I cry with a lot of her books. And I cannot wait. But obviously, I've also been putting this off. I don't know why. I need to get to it. Probably because I wanted to read it closer to when the third book comes out so that if this breaks my heart, then I'll hopefully get into the third book pretty quickly, and hopefully she will weave her magic and make me better again. I can only hope, but cannot wait for this. Then I have This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. I'm actually hoping that I can read this before the third book of this series comes out so that I can enjoy and all the hype of the third book of this series. I love Kennedy Ryan so much. I love her books. They're amazing. This one is the second book. I don't remember what this series is called. Skyland series. This is the third book of the Skyland series. This series is about 3 different friends. So we have Soledad in this one. So she is a stay-at-home mom who has a perfect life, but that perfect life implodes with the loss of her love, her husband. I think there's maybe some infidelity. There's proof in a cloud of betrayal and disillusion. So I think maybe there's some infidelity with her husband potentially. So she's trying to pick up the pieces of her life. And then there is a new man comes into the picture, and he's like the perfect man for her. But then she's like, wait, am I ready to love again? Can I trust him to not hurt me like my husband hurt me? So I honestly think I'm going to love this. I love the first book of the series. I love just about all of the books that I've read from Kennedy Ryan. So I would not be surprised if this is not a 5-star book for me. And then Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. I've only read one book from this author, but I was blown away. Totally understand all the hype for this author. So I read Just for the Summer, which I think ties into this story as well, but this is like the first of a series from her, maybe. This one is basically like a city girl and then a small town guy, and they're from different worlds, and they just don't know how they can make things work together. Is basically the gist that I got from this book. I don't know. I'm excited to try it. I think I'm going to love it. Then I have Eden by Lily Mayne. This is the second book of the Monstrous series, and this has been on my to-be read list since I read the first book, which was like 2 years ago. I don't know why I have put this off. I need to get to it. This is basically like a series, like a monster romance series, and all of the couplings feature like male romance. This takes place in like a post-apocalyptic world. So we have a monster and a soldier, and they get together, and I think I'm gonna love it because I adored the first book. I need to get to this. Then I have The Rest of the Story by Tal Bauer. This is another author that I've only read one book from, but I loved it so much. It was probably like my favorite book that I read last year. The Story of Us. It was so good. So I've heard really great things about this one. I honestly think a lot of Tal Bauer stuff I'm going to love. I just need to try to get to more of his books. So this is a mailman romance. This is a hockey romance, and between 2 co-captains of the team. And I think that sounds so good. I can't wait for it. And then the last book that I have on this list of 5-star predictions is going to be Behold Her by Emily Antoinette, another author that I've only read one book from, but I loved it so much. This is the first book of the Monsters of Moonvale series, which the other book that I read was like a novella that was in that series. So this is like a fully, like a fleshed out book. So it obviously is a monster romance. Our female main character, she has depression and she runs into the man of her dreams, but then thinks that he is stalking her. So he just is very drawn to her, and he's like screwing it up because she thinks he's stalking her, and he's not meaning to, but they can't get each other out of their heads. And I think I'm going to love it. I really do. I can't wait to get to this one. So that is going to be it for this list of 5-star predictions. So if you have any books that you think could be potential 5 stars, or like what was your last 5-star read? Let me know in a comment down below, and I will see if maybe I can get to that one, because I'm always on the lookout for more books. Obviously, I need to not be that way because I have so many books that I need to get to anyway, but whatever. I've just kind of like, it's set in that I'm just always perpetually going to be adding more books to my TBR, and I'm never going to get to all of them, but I can always think in my head that I will, and I can try, you know? Anyway, if you get to the end of this video, you should see something pop up here and here to subscribe to my channel, but then also another book another video for me. If you want to click on that and watch some more of my stuff. Otherwise, that's going to be it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.